and welcome to your Bangla City SATV News. This is Nahin Tahir with our top stories. Clash, chase and counter-chase again started between the students of Dhaka College and businessmen of Newmarket area in the capital today. Several cocktails exploded in front of the college and traffic is halted as well. It is learned that the additional police members were deployed there. Earlier, Newmarket shops started reopening amid calls for probe into violent clashes, but store owners call for a thorough investigation into the conflict that turned Newmarket and its surrounding areas into a battleground. Speaking at a media briefing on Wednesday, Helaluddin, president of the Bangladesh Shop Owners Association, said they want a proper investigation and punishment for the culprits. On the flip side, students demanded arrest of the attackers within 24 hours and providing treatment costs for those injured during clashes, including journalists. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina has alleged that the left parties, including BNP Jamaat, want to oust the Army League from power despite the government making various developments. Talking about the various steps taken by the government, the Prime Minister further said that the next 75 occupiers of powers have never worked to improve the lot of the farmers. Sheikh Hasina said this in a virtual speech at the discussion meeting of Krishak League in the morning. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina joined the discussion on the occasion of the 50th founding anniversary of Krishak League at the Krishibid Institute Auditorium in the capital via video conference from Ganobhavan. Meanwhile, BNP Secretary General Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir said that the general public wants to know the tactics used by the police in clashes between Dhaka College students and Newmarket traders. The BNP Secretary General, who was the chief guest at an event in the capital this morning, questioned about the inaction of the police. He came up with the remark while distributing Eid gift among the families of BNP leaders who were abducted and tortured. After a few days of scorching heat, it started raining suddenly with a gust of wind in the capital. There is hail somewhere. Office-going people and employees have to suffer a lot in a sudden storm. Although the sudden rain brought relief in the scorching heat and the normal city life of dwellers came to a sudden halt, many people have difficulty getting out of their houses due to heavy rains. Day laborers fall into misery. Office-goers suffer the most. According to the Meteorological Office, the storm is expected to reach a maximum speed of 60 km/h over 8 districts of the country. In this case, the temperature decreases by 1 to 2 degrees and the heat flux may decrease a bit. British Prime Minister Boris Johnson issued a 2-minute apology to the UK Parliament on Tuesday following a fine from authorities for breaking COVID rules. This comes after Johnson and Finance Minister Rishi Sunak were fined by the police last week for gathering on his birthday in June 2020. The Prime Minister said he was paid the fine but claimed he didn't know he was in breach of COVID lockdown rules at that time. He also denied deliberately misleading Parliament over the issue. Johnson then urged MPs to instead focus on urgent matters in Ukraine.
Or subsequently,
major world leaders have vowed to send more artillery to Ukraine amid Russia's all-out offensive in the eastern part of the country. US President Joe Biden spoke with his British and Canadian counterpart as well as other allied leaders in a video call on Tuesday, aimed at addressing their continued support for Ukraine. The call was also attended by leaders of Germany, Italy and Poland. Following the 90-minute call, White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki told reporters that the leaders reaffirmed their commitment to providing Ukraine with security, economic and humanitarian assistance. Meanwhile, German Chancellor Olaf Scholz noted that the goals of dozens of nations is to make Ukraine's military capable of resisting Russian aggression. The UK is looking at a way to supply anti-ship missiles to Ukraine.
Following the 90-minute call,
you're up to date with your Bangla City SATV News. To know the latest, visit www.satv.tv. Stay with us.